Hello everyone, Sanbonani, Dumelang, Abshe.
Musa Kaula, who is an entertainment blogger, has reported that Uncle Waffles is rumored to be pregnant, and you won't believe who has impregnated her. Could he be lying? He shared the news on his Twitter account and wrote, "Uncle Waffles is rumored to be pregnant, and she's carrying her manager's child. Her manager's name is Zuas Omega, a very close friend of Ricky Rick." People have reacted on his post. Some of them are in disbelief. Someone replied and said, "Yay, yes, he always has fake news." One also said, "Mr. News, who's your source?" Another one said, "The manager decided to manage the cuckoo." Do you think those rumors are true? Please leave a comment down below. The next celebrity that we'll be talking about is Slay Bhinca. The cultural activist Sinesifiso Zondi, known as Slay Bhinca, passed away in a car accident as they were traveling from News Cafe. Her friends and her fiancé are fighting for their lives in hospital. A waitress from News Cafe revealed on Facebook that Slay Bhinca and her friends had ran away from cafe. In a video, the lady said they ran away without paying their 10,000 Rand bill. Now, Bhinca's family has released a statement stating their side of the events. The statement read as follows: "It is true that Sinesifiso and her fiancé were at News Cafe on May 28, 2022, when they joined their friends who had already established a tab. As was customary, the cost will be handled by the friends who invited them over. They left knowing the money had been paid, so we were taken aback when the waitress began pursuing clout in the name of Slay Bhinca and her fiancé. We have located the waitress, and she will be recording another video which she will justify her ignorance and negligence while making a defamatory allegation about Slay Bhinca during the last Facebook Live video she did approximately 12 hours ago. The family still asks for privacy as they grieve and deal with the situation. Well, may Slay Bhinca's soul rest in peace. I wish they can really resolve their issue in peace. What's your take on this particular issue, people? Please leave a comment down below. Our next celebrity that we'll be talking about is SK Khoza. The former Queen actor Thembiso Khoza's ex-fiancé Ayanda has broken her silence and revealed the reason for dumping SK Khoza after 2 years of being together. Ayanda and Thembiso's romance started faltering last year after she opened a case of assault against him, accusing him of beating her up in their four-ways home in Johannesburg. SK was arrested by magistrate court in Randburg and charged with assault, but Ayanda withdrew the case against him. In an exclusive interview with Sunday World, Ayanda said she kicked SK after a series of physical and verbal abuse that resulted in her miscarriage of their first child. She also said that Khoza impregnated his side chick, whom he introduced to her as his friend when they bumped into each other for the first time in Boksburg in 2020. Ayanda spilled the beans after SK announced on Instagram live talk show called Amatime with Titimba on Tuesday that Ayanda lied about assault and that she withdrew the case with her own volition because she wanted him back. Ayanda told the publication that she started dating SK after meeting him and his baby mama at his residential complex in Boksburg on her birthday in May 2020. She said when he told her that he had the hots for her, she asked him about the woman and told her that they were just friends. She then said after several sexual encounters, she fell pregnant. Ayanda alleged she unfortunately suffered a miscarriage after SK subjected her to a barrage of verbal abuse for no apparent reason. She said after the abuse, SK Khoza disappeared for a while before he returned to apologize. She said they later moved into an apartment in Fourways for him to be closer to the Queen Studios in Rumisig. She also stated that SK physically assaulted her in front of their friends after accusing her of sharing the news of the miscarriage with his sister. She said, "Remember, he introduced me to his sister and said I could talk to her about anything because at the time I was struggling to cope with my miscarriage. He hit me in the chest and pushed me to the floor several times. When I tried to stand up, he grabbed me, pushed me back on the floor again. I sustained injuries to my knee, head, and my fingers. She said afterwards he got into a vehicle belonging to his friend and drove off. Hlongwane said he returned later and apologized and said he did that because his father had abused him when he was younger. She said after a few days, they went to some event in Durban where he screamed and shouted at her in front of the patrons. She stated, "We were seated and he stood up and said he was going to the loo to pee. Some gogos apparently had asked to take a selfie with him, but he refused and started insulting them. He then came to me and asked me to come with him so I could witness him insulting these grannies. And when I refused, he screamed and shouted at me." She said Abdul, his brother, took him to a hotel room and apologized to her for his brother's behavior. When she returned to Johannesburg, she went back to live with her sister. She then lodged a complaint of assault against him at Boksburg police station, and the case was transferred to Douglasdale police, who arrested him. But she withdrew the case after Khoza and friends asked her to do so and urged them to go for mediation, but the mediation did not take place, and now she's going to fight for this case to go to court. And she wants justice because he is not remorseful for what he has done to her and has accused her of fabricating this case against him. Ayanda also showed the Underworld a letter from Khoza's lawyer which states that it was in fact the actor and not Ayanda, as he claimed on Titi Mba's interview, who requested mediation. Yo, what are your thoughts on this particular situation, people? Please leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.